Good morning, viewers. This is Kasturi Day. Today, I am going to start with the nucleus of the cell chapter, cell, the unit of life, according to ICSE syllabus class 9. Okay, so in my last few videos, I was discussing about the cell. Okay, so first I've started with the cell, water cell, and how was it discovered? What type of microscopes were there? Who discovered them and how the cell was observed through a microscope like that. And then I discovered the cytoplasm. I discussed the cytoplasm, and then the cell organelles which are present in the cytoplasm. And now I have come to nucleus. Okay. Now, what is nucleus? Nucleus is a small spherical mass located almost in the center of the cytoplasm. Okay, so this is the nucleus. Okay, and before starting with the nucleus, I want to just tell you that I will discuss this along with the question answers, some ICSE patterns, question answers. I'll start from this class 9 videos. So I've started with the biology subject, and then I'll give the chemistry and then physics, one chapter each. And then like that, I'll continue till the end of the chapters. Okay, till I end all the chapters. Okay. So I'll discuss along with this question answers, ICSE pattern question answers. So for that, you need to stay tuned with me. Okay, watch all the videos, and for that, you need to subscribe. Okay, and also press the like button so that that can motivate me to produce you good videos. And also do like and do share with your friends so that they can also be benefited from these videos. Okay. So I'm starting with today's chapter, today's portion, part of the chapter, that is nucleus. So I told you the nucleus is a small spherical mass which is located almost in the center of the cytoplasm. Almost in the center of the cytoplasm, we find a spherical mass which is known as the nucleus. Okay, it was first discovered by Robert Brown in 1831. Okay, who discovered it? Discovered by it was discovered by Robert Brown. Which year? 1831. Okay, now it is the controlling center of the cell. So what is known as the controlling center of the cell? It's the nucleus. It may be oval or spherical in shape. So shape of the nucleus, it may be oval or spherical. And now the structure of the nucleus. I told you first it is oval and or spherical. It has a two-layered membrane with pores. See, this is double layered membrane, one layer, and this is the second layer. And these are the pores present, the nuclear pores. Okay, these pores enable the substances to get inside and out of the nucleus. Okay, then it contains a gelatinous nuclear plasm. So the cytoplasm which is present in rather it's a protoplasm which is present in the nucleus is known as the cytoplasm. Nucleoplasm. Okay. The protoplasm which is present in the nucleus is known as nucleoplasm. Okay, and it is gelatinous in its texture. Okay, and within which there's the chromatin materials are present. These are the network forming structures. Okay, there's curved thread-like structures. These are known as chromatin fibers. These are chromatin materials which are present in the nucleus. And during cell division, these chromatin fibers, they form chromosomes. They become thick and they form chromosomes. Okay, inside the nucleus lies a denser body that is known as nucleolus. This is much more denser than the nucleus itself. Okay, so it's a denser body present in the nucleus is known as nucleolus. Okay, and what does it have? It has some RNA. It has RNA which helps in the protein synthesis. The RNA in the nucleolus contains RNA which helps in the protein synthesis. Now, what is the function of the nucleus? Nucleus controls all the activity of the cell during cell division. Okay. So it controls all the activities of the cell during cell division. Okay, then the main function of the nucleus. And another is the DNA, which is present in the chromatin fibers, the chromosomes which contain the DNA. They are the structures which help in transmitting hereditary characters from the parent to the offspring. Okay, so these chromatin fibers or the chromatin material, which later on during cell division become chromosomes, they contain what? They contain DNA. What is the full form of DNA? DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, it's an acid which is known as deoxyribonucleic acid, which helps in transmitting the hereditary character from the parents to the offspring. And the hereditary character is known as genes. Okay, the genes which are present in the DNA, that is known as these help in transmitting the genes which are present in the DNA, that help in transmitting the characters from the parent to the offspring. What is the hereditary characters? Like the mother and father, they are, I mean, the parents, from the parents, one parent is black, another is white. Okay, so the child may become black or white or a merger of two. So that is the hereditary character, or you can say the hairs. Okay, the hairs of the mother is thin, so the child gets what? The child gets a thin hair. So that means the hereditary character from the mother has been transmitted to the offspring, and the offspring has a thin hair. Okay, that is the transmission of hereditary character from the parent to the offspring. Now, the cells which do not have a well-defined nuclear membrane are known as prokaryotic cells. See, we know that nucleus has a nuclear membrane, double-layered nuclear membrane. But some cells, they do not have a well-defined nuclear membrane. Those cells are known as prokaryotic cells. Okay, see, like this is a prokaryotic cell, because see, this is the DNA material, nucleoid, you can say. It resembles a nucleus. Nucleoid means nuclear resembling substance. Okay, similar to nucleus. So it is similar to nucleus. The chromatin fibers are there, which contains the DNA. The DNA materials are there, but are not bound by any nuclear membrane. So such type of cell, the whole cell, is known as a prokaryotic cell. Pro means primitive and karyon means nucleus. But their nuclear material, that is chromatin fibers, are freely arranged in the center of the cytoplasm. That's why it is known as nucleoid. Like the nucleus, it is arranged in the resembling the nucleus. These chromatin fibers are arranged in the center of the cytoplasm. That's why these type of substances which are present in the center of the cytoplasm, they are known as nucleoid. For example, this type of prokaryotic cells are present in bacteria. Okay, now the cells which have a well-defined nuclear membrane, like the animal cells, the plant cells, except bacteria rather, so those cells are known as eukaryotic cells, those cells which have a well-defined double nuclear membrane. Okay, then the number of chromosomes that is definite in each species. Species to species, it differs. The number of chromosomes differs. Okay. Next is we come to the number of chromosomes of the different species. So dogs, which is known as Canis familiaris, they have 78 numbers. Sheep has 54, wolf has 78, gorilla has 48, hen has 78, man has 46 chromosomes, that is 23 pairs. Okay, then camel 74, rabbit 44, llama has 74, rat has 42, reindeer 70, rhesus monkey has 42, wild horse 66, mouse has 40, domestic horse 64, pigs have 38, donkey 62, cat, okay, the normal cat we see, okay, Felis catus domesticus, that has 38 number of chromosomes. Domestic cattle, that is 60, European wild boar 36, bison 60, pigeon 16, goat 60. Okay, so you can see that species to species, this number of chromosomes varies. Okay, then this is also a representation of the common species with a number of chromosomes, like humans 46, monkey 42, dog 78, cat 38, mouse 40, frog 26, fruit fly 88, flatworm 16, corn, the plants. Okay, some of the plants also you can see corn has 20, potato has 40, green algae has 20, yeast has 32, and the mold, it has haploid number of chromosomes that has 4, that is 4. Okay, diploid, we generally, or rather the animal species generally have double number of chromosomes, 2n, diploid number of chromosomes. Okay, even the certain plants, higher plants like corn, potato, even green algae, that also has diploid number of chromosomes. Yeast also has diploid number of chromosomes. We see in mold, that is penicillium species, we see some haploid number of chromosomes, that is 4 in number. Now we come to some difference between a plant cell and animal cell. So we have studies both the plant and animal cells in a generalized picture. Okay, a generalized picture we have studied. Now we come to the difference between a plant cell and animal cell. Why do we call a plant cell and why do we call an animal cell? First difference is usually the plant cells are larger than the animal cells and animal cells are smaller than the plant cell. Okay, now the plant cell main difference is cell wall. The plants have a cell wall, but in case of animals, they do not have a cell wall, and this cell wall is non-living. Okay, they are present in addition to the plasma membrane, and it consists of middle lamella, primary, and secondary walls. 3 layers are there: middle lamella, primary, and secondary walls. But in animal cells, there is no cell wall, and only the cell membrane or the plasma membrane is only present. Now, the plant cells, plasmodesmata is present. In case of animal cells, there is no plasmodesmata. Chloroplast is present in case of plant cells, as they can manufacture food. But we animals are not able to manufacture food, and therefore the chloroplast is absent in case of animal cells. Then vacuoles, in case of plant cells, they are large and permanent, whereas in animal cells, if generally they are not present, and if also present, they are small and also they are temporary. Then plant cells, stonoplast present around the vacuole, but in animal cells, stonoplast is absent. Then plant cells, the centrioles are absent with the centrosomes. The centrosomes with the centrioles, that portion is absent in plant cell, but animal cells, these are present. Okay, except in some motile cells and the lower plants, motile cells of the lower plants, they have some plant cells, the centrioles. Okay. Then the nucleus is present along the periphery of the cell. Due to the presence of the large vacuole, the nucleus is shifted towards one periphery of the cell. So nucleus is present near the periphery of the cell, but in animal cells, the nucleus is present at the center of the cell. Lysosomes are rare in case of plant cells, but in animal cells, they are present in large amount. Okay. Then storage material is starch grains. Plant cells, the storage material, the food which they produce, they manufacture, that is stored in the starch grains. Okay, but animal cells, the storage material is glycogen granules. The food which we digest, okay, the food which we take, the animals take, that is stored in the glycogen, in the form of glycogen granules. Okay. This is the picture of the plant cell and the animal cells. Okay, see, you can see the cell wall here, the double layered, triple layered. This is the cell wall. There's no cell wall in the animal cell. Then other things are present, like cell membrane is also present in both the cells. Golgi apparatus is present. Then ribosomes are also present. Then smooth endoplasmic reticulum are also there. Then nucleus is also there. See, nucleus is shifted towards one periphery, but here it is present in the center of the cell. Okay. Then large central vacuole. This one as a central vacuole is there, but here the vacuoles are almost not present, and if present also, they are very small and temporary. Then the starch grain, okay, amyloplast, that is present here in the plant cell, but here it is not present. They are present in the granules. Glycogen granules are present here in the animal cell. Okay. Then cytoplasm is both present in both. The mitochondria is present. The Drew's crystal is present in case of plant cell, but here it's not present because the vacuoles are very inconspicuous in case of animal cells. Then rapid crystals, all those are present here. Then vacuole membrane is there. Okay, but here as there is no vacuole, so vacuole membrane is not required here. Okay. Then chloroplast is present in this plant cell, whereas this animal cell does not contain this chloroplast. Another thing, the animal cells contains the centrioles, centrosome with the centrioles, that is present in the animal cell, but it's not present here in the plant cell. Okay. So this is the major difference between the plant cell and animal cell. Then we come to protoplasm. Okay, so what is protoplasm? Protoplasm is cytoplasm plus nucleus. That is known as protoplasm. Okay, so the living substance which is present in any organism which is translucent or colorless, grayish or brownish colored fluid, that is known as protoplasm. Okay, and it is the total of the cytoplasm and the nucleus together makes the protoplasm. It has a complex chemical composition. Okay, its composition is very chemical. This composition is the chemical composition is very complex. Okay, and it varies from one cell to another. Now, common elements which are included in the protoplasm are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, iron, and phosphorus. So all these chemicals are present in the protoplasm. So what are those? Carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, iron, and phosphorus. Okay. 5, 6, 7 things, 7 chemicals are present. Other things, another certain compounds are also present. These are the elements present. Now we come to compounds. Water, protein, carbohydrates, fats, and mineral salts are also present in the protoplasm. These are the compounds which are present. Now, it is impossible to make an accurate chemical analysis of protoplasm. Why? Because it is a living substance, we know. But when it is removed from the organism to examine, it will stop being a protoplasm. It will lose its living nature as soon as it is taken out from an organism, living organism. It loses its protoplasm nature. So it is very difficult to analyze the chemical composition of the protoplasm. Okay. Next is we come to the cell. Okay, so it is the basic structural block, building block of all living organism, consisting of protoplasm enclosed by a cell membrane, okay, within an additional cell wall in the plant cell, and have a nuclear membrane or without it. So this is the actual definition of cell. So what is cell? It is the basic structural and functional unit we have studied. So basic structural building block of living organism. Okay, like I told you, when we build up a house, we need a brick to first start with. Okay, so the brick is the cell of the total building. Like that, the cell is the building block of the living organism, which contains protoplasm, which is enclosed in a cell membrane. And in case of plant cell, there's an additional cell wall to protect it, and it has a nuclear membrane on without it. some. Also, it has some, this cell also has some nuclear membrane with the nucleus, or some nuclear material without the nuclear membrane. So that is the difference between the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. I told you the prokaryotes, pro means primitive. So prokaryotes, they do not have a nuclear membrane. Only the nuclear material is present at the center of the cytoplasm. So they are known as nucleoid. Okay. And these eukaryotes, they have a well-defined nucleus with a nuclear membrane. Okay, so these prokaryotes generally have a nucleoid, then the cell membrane is there, even the cell wall may be present, then flagellum is present to make them motile, then they may have a capsule to protect them. Okay, and these eukaryotes, they have all the characteristics of a generalized cell. Okay, so difference between the prokaryotes and eukaryotes. First, prokaryotes, they are generally unicellular, and in case of eukaryotes, they may be multicellular also. Then eukaryotes, they mean prokaryotes, the nucleus is poorly defined due to the absence of nuclear membrane, but in eukaryotes, they're well defined with the presence of nuclear membrane. The nucleolus is absent in case of prokaryotes. Then eukaryotes, nucleolus is present. Prokaryotes, cell organelles such as plastids, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, these are all absent in case of prokaryotes, but in eukaryotes, there are plastids, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, etc. Then the prokaryotes, the bacteria, example of bacteria, blue-green algae, and in case of eukaryotes, fungi, plants, and animal cells, these are all eukaryotic cells. Then the prokaryotes, they have small ribosomes, whereas eukaryotes have larger ribosomes. Okay. Next is activity of the living organism as a result of the cellular activity. Okay. Due to the action of the cell, what activity we do, we the living organisms can perform. This is the topic. Okay. So I think I'll complete this one and then I'll stop this. In my next video, I'll discuss the question answers. Okay. So first thing, due to the cellular activity, we can grow in size because the cell can multiply, even the increase of the cells, and due to that increase in the size of the cells can lead to the growth of our body. Then cell division helps in the repair of the injured parts, or even the lost part can be regenerated. Like the lizard, if it loses its tail, it can regenerate its tail because it is due to the cell division of the tail part. Okay. Then the contractility of the cells or the cellular parts helped in the movement of the body. Like when we jump, walk, fly, even the flying of the birds, drooping of the leaves, that is also done by as the cells, they contract and relax. That's help in these activities. Then the feeding and nutrition, these are also due to the cellular activities. We feel hungry, we take our food, okay, and the body absorbs its nutrition. So these are all as a result of the cellular activities. Then circulation of the blood and other fluids which are flowing throughout the body, that is also due to the activities of the cell. Okay, because the blood cells which are present in the vessels, the vessels are also composed of the blood vessels, the other xylem and phloem vessels which are present in the plants. These are also made up of cells. So the activity of the cells only can circulate the blood and other fluids throughout the body of the organism. Then respiration, that also takes place due to the activity of the cells. We can respire, we can take in oxygen, breathe out carbon dioxide. That is also due to the activity of the cells. Then WBC, okay, white blood cells, they can protect our body from the disease-causing germs by giving out certain antibodies and antitoxins which can kill the germs and then neutralize their effects. So these are all due to the activities of the cells, like WBC here. Then our sensation, like these are due to the sensory cells. We can feel the hot, cold. We can feel we can hear. Okay, these all sensory things. That also due to the sensory feelings, they are also due to the fact of due to the activity of the sensory cells. Then our memory, the capacity to solve problems, retain our recapitulate, retain our knowledge. These all things are also due to the activity of the cells. Then the thermoregulation of our body is done also by cellular activity of our sweat glands. That is, when we feel hot, we sweat. Okay, and that is how we cool our body. So that is the thermoregulation, that is also done by the sweat glands. Then cellular activity of the sweat glands. And all organisms, they produce their young ones through the activity of the eggs and the sperms. Then the root cells that absorb water and minerals in the plants, and the stem cells conduct the food and the water. These are all due to the cellular activities of the xylem and phloem. Now activity again, the leaf cells, they contain the chloroplast, and that's why they can trap the sunlight and produce food. Then insects, they are attracted by the colors of the petals or the nectar secreting cells, and thereby they can pollinate the flower. Then the inheritance of the characters from the parents to the offspring is also dependent on the germ cells. Okay, that is the sperm and the ovum. Or in case of plant cells, okay, the germ cells, they have to depend on that, and with these carry the inheriting characters from the parent to the offspring. So all these activities, they are due to the cellular performance of the cellular performance of the living organisms. Okay, so this is the end of the today's session, and also the chapter. Basically, we will discuss the question answers in my next video. Okay, so you need to continue with this video. To stay tuned with this video, and stay with me, so that you can get the notification of my next video. So for that, you need to subscribe, and also do press the like button to motivate me to produce your good videos for you. Okay, and do share with your friends, and do press the like button. Okay, so that they can also be benefited from these videos. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.